Hi girls, so it's me Lexi Lou and I just really want to share something important. Well, I feel the need to share this with you. It may seem obvious to most people, but not to everyone. And I'll give you a reasoning behind this. What is the difference between a stripper or an exotic dancer and an escort? And it sounds crazy that I maybe explain this to you now because obviously it seems clear. But the reason I'm sharing this is because I was actually at university. So for those of you that don't know, actually, I've gone back to university to study shoe design, which is my passion. And I'm very grateful that I've got the opportunity to be able to do that. And it's all because I've made my financial freedom through using everything that obviously I teach now through my system, the professional stripper system. And the crazy thing is, one of the girls there, she tried to say to me that stripping is a lower class within the adult work than an escort. And I said to her, why do you think that? Because for me, I believe that everything is all equal. There's no such thing as higher and lower or anything. We're all different, but they all have the different purposes. And I asked her what her reason for that was. And she shared with me, she's an absolute sweetheart, don't get me wrong, she's a little sweetheart, but she just wasn't wised up on it. And she said, well, because escorts don't do nothing, they just go out for dinner with clients and they get paid to go out for dinner with clients, whereas strippers have to take their clothes off. Bless her. And I said, honey, I love you, sweetie, but you need to understand that no. This is clearly a fabrication that obviously people have told you. And don't get me wrong, because it isn't actually illegal in most countries, what escorts really do, which is actually a glorified prostitute in a way. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying nothing bad against them because I've got a lot of friends that are in that industry and they're doing great and they're good friends of mine. I have friends that are running the agencies and girls that are actually working in it, so I'm not saying anything bad here, but I need you to understand the difference between both. So this is what she believed. I had to enlighten her. No. Escorts may perceive, agencies perceive you to just go out and have dinner and get paid for it, but at the end of it, you would need to sleep with customers. And that is the be all and end all. You aren't going to make money as an escort unless you're doing that, something along them lines. And this is what I need to share with you now. Escorts, they go to the extreme of doing more. They do the sexual encounters, they do all of that kind of stuff, whereas strippers and exotic dancers, we don't. We take our clothes off and we seduce men and we tease them, but there is no contact with the customer. You can touch him, but not in that way. I mean like a handshake, a touch on the shoulder, whatever. There's no dodginess going on behind it, but he cannot touch you. There's no physical interaction. It is literally a seductive striptease. A little bit like a burlesque, but not a burlesque. A little bit more kind of down to earth. And this is something that I really felt passionate after I had this conversation. I thought, you know what, a lot of people probably don't know the difference and I need to share this with you. Escorts, they sleep with customers. They do that kind of side of it. Strippers, we get naked for customers and make money from it, and that is it. And that is the difference between an escort and a stripper. I know some of you might be thinking, why are you sharing this with me? But I had to today. I really hope it helped and enlightened a few of you that didn't know the difference. So now you know, go and use it to your advantage and choose the options that make you feel good. Subscribe! Wow, it's my voice.